This is another way of doing the first session, but using the SAS web editor in the cloud. So I've already signed in. Make sure that you've applied for your account and everything. Um, the menu is fairly intuitive. What I'd recommend doing is just hovering your mouse over each of these icons to understand what they do. So this one's the one we're going to need. We need a new SAS program if you don't have a blank screen, as I don't have a blank screen. So once I hit that, I now have a blank screen. Now, we could type all this in, and I'd almost recommend you do that, but in the interest of time, I'm just going to highlight everything, and I'm going to copy it, and then I can come over and paste it. And you'll see that SAS has removed some of the hard returns that make the program look a little bit more readable. It would run without those hard returns, but I'm going to reinsert those hard returns just to make it a little bit more readable. Okay, so we now have a SAS program. We might want to save it. So to save it, we just click on the disk, and I'll just call this program 1, and we'll replace it. Actually, let's call this first session. And now I have that. All right, so this is going to be a set of instructions for SAS. So we're first going to have it display the contents of this data set, ssc.employee. Then we're going to have it print the first 10 observations. So the obs equals 10 means, the first 10 observations. Proc means is going to run some basic descriptive statistics on all the numerical variables in the data set, and then proc freq is going to give us a frequency distribution. So to run all this, all I have to do is go up to this this little man, and it says run. If you hit run, SAS takes a minute, and the first thing you really should do is look at your log. So let's go over to the log, and this log has a record of everything SAS did. So you'll see it's kind of helpful to read through the log the first few times that you're doing this. It assigned a libname, then it successfully ran the contents. It looks like it did a print, it did the means, and it did the freq. All right, so it looks like everything ran successfully. The most important thing with this log is that there are no errors. So any errors that appeared would be in red, and there were no errors. Had I mistyped something, had I forgotten a semicolon, any of those things would have generated an error message. All right, so having looked at the log and noted that there are no errors, we go to the results. And so now we can see that this data set has 71 cases. It looks like it has 6 variables. What are those variables? Well, we have age, salary, and so forth. Here's the first 10 observations. Here are the descriptive statistics, and here's a frequency distribution of training level. Okay, so the point of this first exercise is just to get you to play around with these 3 windows: code, log, and results, and make sure that you can save things.